This is a 1963 Porsche 911. This car matters because it's the oldest living 911, the only prototype known to exist. Actually, this was a Versuchswagen, which is a research vehicle for the 911 in the early stages. It was built in November of '63. It would have a lot of items on it that are not on any of the standard 911s. There actually was 13 prototypes that were produced, and they all seem to have a different purpose. This one was very much heating and ventilation systems and engine testing. A very, very odd item in this car that's never been reproduced anywhere is the ventilation system. It actually has a little feed right here from the front defroster into the door panel that blows air on this vent window. Absolutely, it doesn't do anything. But again, Versuch, so it's research. There's a couple items in the engine compartment that are somewhat unique. One of them being this adjustable spring-loaded tensioner to raise the rear deck lid. The other thing you'll notice is this is flat. All the 911s, you always see the 6 little indentations for the valve lash and timing and all those kind of things that go across. Plus the rear bumper is one large piece of stamped steel. The whole piece is just one big rear bumper. This car is very, very early, so there's a lot of things that they tried that they never used on the production cars. One of them being the 2 large gauges. You will never see a Porsche 911 with 2 large gauges. The other thing being the Le Mans start key on the left-hand side. Again, a very different item. This car has the ignition switch on the steering column. The reason that the key is on the left-hand side, it's easier for the driver to get in and hit the ignition switch with their left hand, grab the shifter and go. It's always been kind of a very unique thing for Porsche 911 to have that key like that, and they still do it to this day. The sunroof is very unique. I'm told the main reason the sunroof retracts forward was for the purpose of headroom. So if you'll notice here, it does go forward and it's manual. The color was actually a 356 color. It's signal red, so it's not anything exotic. And it was painted in November of '63. And it's actually called Barbarossa. I've been asked a lot of times, what's it like to drive? By the 7th prototype, most of the suspension items and the engine gearbox items had been worked out, so it pretty much drives like a standard street 911. Porsche is coming to get the car in May. We're going to ship it to the factory. It's going to be at the anniversary of the 911 at the museum for 2 months. It's kind of my duty to care for this car for Porsche. I'm Meluzio, and this car matters.